Okie doke. Anyone new today? Show of hands, brand new to chair yoga? Nobody? Good. Okay. So you all know the drill. We're going to be lively as we usually are. And just everything we do is all about having fun while we move. It's pretty much how I do all of my classes, how I do my own workouts. If I'm not having fun, I won't come back to it, right? I'm not going to be consistent with it. So I choose things to teach and choose things to do on my own that provide enjoyment while I'm moving. And it should be that way, right? We should move in a way that keeps our independence and keep our joints healthy and strong. And so that's my goal for you, is to keep your independence. It is a myth that we must be weak as we age, that we have brittle bones. If we're consistent in our movement, we will be strong and healthy throughout our years. And I want to remind us, if while we're moving, if anything hurts, don't do it. Okay, listen to your body. It's going to send you little whispers, little messages, sensations. Uh-oh, don't do that. Listen to that. So the whisper doesn't become a scream and the yellow light doesn't become a red light. So really be careful how you're moving today. That being said, you're going to probably come into areas of tightness. We all have areas of tightness. And we do want to stretch through these areas, right? Tight muscles can limit what we do during our day. We want to be able to have the flexibility to turn and move, bend over, feed our pets, look out of our back window to pull out of the driveway. All of these things can become a little challenging when muscles are locked tight, and that can happen. We'll talk about our chest muscles locking tight and our back muscles locking pretty weak, and what we can do to take care of that. First, we'll start by just being kind of quiet in our bodies. We plant our feet, close our eyes, hands on our laps, and in this moment, we find a bit of peace and quiet in our bodies, and maybe even in our spirits. We'll take that nice deep breath in and out. And as we take a few breaths in and out, start to tell yourself that all is well. Everything is going to be just fine. I know some of you were worried about someone in particular, some of your caretakers. We all have people in our lives that suffers through some sort of illness or just a situation in life that causes them struggle. And we want to just be rest assured that everything is going to work out, right? Because it's really important to keep our spirits positive so that the person that we're interacting with also remains positive. Rarely does worrying change, if ever, does worrying change an outcome of something, right? So we have to keep our optimism for ourselves and the special someone in our lives that we're thinking about. So let's just tell ourselves all is well. We'll sit tall, lower our chin to our chest, tuck the chin down, bowing the head. So we stretch the neck a bit. All the movements are gentle when we first begin to warm up. And we'll take our right ear over the shoulder. We'll come back through center and then the other ear. And we'll gently explore this range of motion. Now, it's very common while we do this little head roll for there to be tight muscles, achy muscles, and some clicky sounds in there. We all have them. It's all perfectly normal. The more we do it, the less clicky and achy we are. So we usually start out this way. It's a good way to start before we move our bodies in bigger ranges of motion. Now let's hold that right ear over the shoulder, lower the left arm down, just let it dangle, give it a little wiggle, give it a shake out a little bit, shake the fingers, shake the wrists, and then a pumping sensation. So tight fist, spread your fingers, tight fist, extend them, and one more time, grip tight and extend, place your hand on your lap and roll the left ear over. Right arm dangles and shake it out a little bit. Give it a good wiggle and shake. We just want to get this right arm a little looser, and then do that grip. Make a tight fist, spread your fingers, and then tight again. Good, spread them wide, and last time, tight, 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 and then spread it wide, head and arm back through center, and then float the head up to neutral. Take your arms out long and fingers to your shoulders, and we'll roll those shoulders forward in nice circles. You can choose small, medium, or large. Good, just roll around in there, noticing those shoulder blades moving. Nice, and let's go around backwards in that opposite direction. Good work. And then from here, let's go ahead and take those elbows out. And can you tap those elbows together? Sometimes tight shoulders makes that a little challenging. So get them as close as you can. Elbows touch and then open several more times here. Oh, just working in the upper body. Nice. One more time. And release that, shoulder rolls. And we're going to do a little series here for shoulder exercises. It's going to make us move better in those shoulders. So the first one is a wiping motion, like we're cleaning off the counter. So we'll just take that left hand, clean the counter, and then the right. Good. So we're slowly wiping off the counter. Go around and around. Good. And one more time, each hand. And then let's take it both, right? So just like you're stirring up here, stirring up the energy, moving it around. Good. Both hands are going to wipe. Just move it around. All right. Now let's bring our feet back in front of us and open and close our fingers again. Spread wide and grip in tight. And then we'll add on to this by twirling and opening and closing. Just move all around. Open and close the hands and twirl the wrists at the same time. And add in elbow movement, wrist movement. Get those fingers, wrists, and elbows lubricated. Everything's twirling. Reverse, go the other way. Push and pull. There you go. And then let's go ahead and take one shoulder back at a time. Good. Ooh. Nice movement. Maybe pull that back with that elbow, like you're clearing out cobwebs, right? Just move it around. You got it. Now let's take this off to the side. So a little hula off to the left and a hula to the right. Little smile as we're hula dancing, and then wave overhead, arms, wrists, and shoulders overhead. Good, maybe a little shake while we're up here, and then shake it down here a little bit. Good, and then off to one side in the center and the other side. Good job. And one more time, center, and then place those palms face upright on the lap, noticing the vibration, the sensation in the palm of your hand. Shoulders back and down. Good job. Big breath, tall seat. It's just be a little tingling sensation in the palm, that energy moving through our hands. All right, so more in the neck and shoulders. It's kind of clever shoulder opener and stretch. We're going to take a stretch for the neck to the left hand out. So we've got a 90-degree arm. The palm of your left hand is a mirror. And we're going to look at our beautiful reflection and move to the left. So twist your body to the left, pull that left arm back, keep peeking at the mirror, keep looking out of your eyes, and then come back through center, cross the midline. This left hand will touch our right shoulder and we'll tuck our chin, look down at the thumb. Good job. We're going to take that again. So bring it out in front of us. Good. We're going to pull that arm all the way back where it's comfortable, feeling the stretch in front of the shoulder. Crisscross over. Tuck the chin, almost like the chin could touch the thumb there. Good. Now we'll come back through center. Switch mirrors. So right hand comes up and left arm lowers, and repeat it. Take it all the way out. Twist as far right as it feels good, looking with our eyes, and then follow the mirror with your eyes until the right hand touches the left shoulder. Crisscross, tuck the chin. Notice those muscles loosening there. And now come on up. Keep looking at your palm as you gently draw the right elbow back, stretching those tight chest muscles, and then coming through center. Take that arm all the way across, tuck your chin. Good job. Breathe here. And then come all the way back. Now we're going to take both hands out, and your one eye is going to go one way, the other eye the other. So keep your eyes on your hands. See that peripheral vision. Yes. And then we'll bring it back in. There we go. Right back in front. And then we're going to open it out one more time. Take it to you almost can't see those little pinky fingers. Good. Now this time when we come in, maybe we can touch our elbows, our forearms, and our palms together. Oh, nice. And then release that. We're going to come forward of our chair with our legs out a little wider. We will take our arms back into that cactus position. So the head is up. Roll those shoulders back, take a back arch, and then round this in. So touch the elbows, tuck your chin, round your back, stretching the back. And then inhale, take that big cactus arm again, look up, push your chest forward, and then exhale, curl those tailbones under, round it all the way in. And then again, open that up, stretch it. Good. And exhale, round. Whole spine gets a beautiful stretch. And then arms out nice and long, feet back out in front of us. Take those shoulders back and down, palms up, look up. Inhale, and then we'll exhale our hands to our heart. Good. We're going to open our hands like a book and keep trying this until we get the thumbs touching. All the way there, backs of the hands. Try to match up those thumbs. Dip the fingertips down into the water a couple of times, back and forth. Good. Now come back up. The palms are going to face each other. Now we're going to make that lotus flower. So bloom your lotus flower, elbows touching. We're going to take it up, up, up. Good job. Keep reaching up. Open those fingers at your lotus flower. Good. And then bring back hands to your heart. Okay. So this one is for dexterity, all the interesting angles of the wrist, right? So we're going to open up, flip those palms. Good job. Dip it in the water. All these interesting angles of the joints, petals of the flower, dip down into the water, flip those palms, elbows pressing, open up the petals, lift it up as high as you can, open up, 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 up. Good. Maybe up, and then exhale, release those arms all the way down. Good job. And goodness, thought I had that muted. There we go. Okay, and release. Nice work. Now take your hands to your heart, and we'll take the hands out in front of us here, palms touching, backs of the hands touching, and then little fists, and we pump those fists. So the backs of the wrists touch, and you've got fists. So curl your fingers in. So you're making little fists and pump towards your shoulders. Good. Ah, nice job. That's a little forearm extender wrist. Stretch those muscles in the wrist, control the fingers, and then shake it out a little bit. All right. So I mentioned we're going to be talking about muscles that get locked short and tight and muscles that get long and weak. So everybody take a little slump forward like this. All right. So there's times in our day where we round forward. The reason we don't want to sit like this for a long time is that those rhomboids, the muscles in the back along your shoulder blade, when you sit here for long periods of time, they get stretched really long and they get very weak and they feel tight, but they're getting elongated. So they feel uncomfortable. So even though it feels comfortable to sit this way, over time, the back is not going to feel well. So we need to open up into a cactus arm, because what happens is these pec minor muscles get pulled tight. So we're going to take our cactus arm and take our little circles backwards. Remember, you only need 30 seconds of this to gain a lot of stride as far as pulling those shoulders back and down, It firms up those long, locked in long rhomboids, chronically weak, and really short, tight pec muscles. Works both of them. Really strengthens those muscles around the shoulder girdle, and you are already done. Good job. So if you could just get that 30 seconds in once a day, you'll be amazed at how your shoulders relax back and down. It helps us not to round forward so those pec muscles don't get tight, because once they're tight, they will pull you forward. Oftentimes, weightlifters who don't do a lot of stretching are round forward, right? Because they overwork these chest muscles and they pull forward. So it can happen for a lot of different reasons. But one of the ways we open up this chest is to take that left hitchhiker thumb out. We open up one finger at a time away from the palm. Now, once we come here, we're going to pull that right arm or left arm all the way back. Look to the right, and then you got those two head nods getting into the inner arm, into the forearm. And then we look back at the hand. Pinky comes in first. Come in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's take that right arm up, so opposite arm, and we're going to pull this arm all the way back until we get a little tug and pull along the front of the shoulder. Turn left and take your head nods and feel that inner arm stretching a bit. You might feel the bicep and the forearm. It's all interconnected. And then we look back over the shoulder and pull it in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, left arm back up. We're going to take it a little more intensely. So open each finger out. This time, pull that arm back and then press to the heel of your hand so the fingernails pull toward your forearm. Then look right and head nod. Good. Look back over the shoulder and bring it back in. Pinky first, one arm at a time, one finger at a time, and then right thumb up, open it up. This is the more intense level. If you can, pull those fingernails and press to the heel of the hand. Look left, nod 2 times. Good. And now look back over the shoulder. We're going to bring this right arm back and left arm will join it. And we're going to open up both arms. This is a heart opener where your body wants to be. It doesn't want to be rounded forward. It wants to be open like this. Good job. And then bring that big in 4, 3, 2, and 1, and give it a good shake. Nice. Let's take this movement now into our lower body. So scooting all the way back in the chair. Something for the feet. So let's take the left leg and point and flex. Make sure we're not piling those toes up one on top of the other. Spread them nice and wide. Take a little look at your toes. You want to be able to see space between each toe and pump that calf so the blood comes up to our heart. Good. Now let's take that right leg out and give it a point and flex. Flare those toes as best you can. Good job. Now both feet at the same time, pointing and flexing. We'll feel those quadricep muscles working. You've got it. Let's flex, roll it around. Good. This is so wonderful for our circulation. We'll pause it, go the other way. Good. Ooh, you might be popping and clicking. That's okay. Pedal it out. One foot in the other. We alternate that. Push, push, push. Good job. And then feet to the floor and we'll stomp it out. Get those capillaries stimulated in the bottom of the feet. This one is good for circulation. It's like walking. All right, we're going to come up a little bit high forward of our chair. We're going to get into some nice hip movement. So interlacing underneath the thigh of that left leg, we're just lifting and lowering. This is called flexion, where you're taking your leg in toward the main part of the body, up and down. We're going to do all the movements of the hip. So this is up and down flexion. We need this movement to walk up and down our stairs. Good. And then we're going to roll that hip around. So just, you can use 1 or 2 hands, circular motion, circumduction. It's meant to roll around, but we don't roll around our hip very often, do we? So we're going to be real aware of all the different directions we can take our hip. It's a ball and socket joint. It needs to move just like the shoulder, rolling it around. And then we'll go in abduction and in adduction, out abduction. ADD, ABD. Adduction and abduction, in and out. This one helps us to keep balance. We get that inner and outer thigh. It helps us with balance. And it's just not a move we do very often during our day. Good job. It gives us that nice strengthener. All right, we're going to strengthen even more. So we're going to kick that leg out into extension and hold our cactus arm here. Good job for 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Let's go to that right leg. First one is the flexion, lifting up and down, walking up the steps. So most of us have steps somewhere during our day, right? Or at least once a week, we go up and down stairs. So we want to keep this movement. We don't want to come to a flight of stairs and think, oh no, I don't think I can make it up there, right? We want to keep these healthy hips so we can make it through our world. And then circle it around. This is great for releasing that synovial fluid. We want to take the hip in all the different directions it's designed to go in. Good. Always good to get into that joint, all the different ways. So roll opposite. Good job. And then take it in and out a few times. Really is not one we do much during the day at all. Good job. Such an important group of muscles for balance, though. Good. And then we're going to stretch it out there and strengthen it. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Now the movement that we haven't done is extension of the hip. We did extension of the knee, but not the hip. And the way we do that is our windshield wiper action. So press that hip and then we extend out away from it. Stretch here. Open up the hips. And then come to the other side. Good. And then just windshield wiper side to side. So we've got our feet nice and wide, shift right and left, pivoting on the edge of your seat. If you've had a hip replacement, this might be challenging, so just be aware. But it's really great to stretch the front of the hips. This one, you got it. A couple more to each side. Good one if you tend to sit a lot. Good. All right. Now let's come through center, heel toe in. Many of you have expressed you like the core exercises. We do need to strengthen our core for better balance and just limb movement, right? It's all based from our core. So we mostly do the core for our balance, but we can use this for our posture as well. You know, it's challenging to sit up away from the back of the chair. It does involve these length of the spine muscles, your obliques, your front muscles. So we want to make sure we're strengthening all of them. We're going to scoot back, take our legs out. We're going to crisscross the legs. So we're getting those inner thighs, which is part of the core, and the arms. Every time we're moving arms and legs, that core is involved. So just keep working those inner thighs, those belly muscles working, arms working. Good job. Probably getting a little bit warm here. Just keep going. Excellent job. Let's go for 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, shake that out. Now we're going to move into our hands just to calm things down a little bit. So you're going to use your right hand, massage in between the webbing and the bones, those phalange bones of your left hand. Find your knuckles, find your bones, give a little massage there right in between the webbing. Put a little pressure into that. It's okay. You might find some tender spots. And, you know, you've got that thenar eminence, the bottom of the thumb that connects to our neck and neck movement. Get in between index finger and thumb. Just put a little pressure there, like we do in the sole of our foot when we massage plantar fascia and around the toes. Good. All of that webbing. Now we've gotten some blood flow. We've gotten a little mushier in there. Now we're going to pull each finger and wiggle. So it's traction and movement. So pull along each finger, that's traction, and your joints of the fingers love that. Just take it several times down each finger, wiggle and pull, wiggle and pull. Good. All right, now left hand is going to massage the right hand. It feels like it wants some attention, right? So get in between the webbing and the bones. Maybe you're have that arthritis and you're sore in the thumb. Just give it some blood flow. That's what arthritis needs, blood flow. And if you have a really tender spot, odds are you've got a tender spot up in your neck that you're going to help release. It's all connected. Find that thumb, all that webbing right in between the bones, that little pressure. Now, we're just getting some mushing in there. And if it gets redder, that means you are getting some circulation. And that's the red is your blood flow, increasing that blood supply there. And that's great. So we're going to pull and give a little wiggle to each finger a couple of times through. This one, if you've got arthritis, you want to do this one a lot. Get those fingers moving, the joints aligned. All right, and then just kind of shake that out, a little more blood flow. Good, twirl those wrists. And let's open up our carpal tunnel area. Right arm coming straight, fingers down, and just gently pull back towards your ribs. Breathe through it. Palm is open. Good job. And the other side, just like that. Crook of your elbows up, straight arm, palm presses away gently. Good. Breathe there. It's a nice stretch and shake out. All right. Let's grab some water. We are ready for the cardiovascular portion of our practice. That is our sun salutations. You may or may not remember doing 8 rounds of sun salutations in the chair is similar to walking a quarter mile. So it really gets the heart going, gets our bodies moving. So we'll start the first couple, very basic, and then we add on and change things up a little bit. So we'll sit tall with shoulders back and down, feet firmly on the floor. Big sun circle as we inhale, arms come all the way overhead. Good. And then we find the cactus arm, roll the shoulders down the back and hinge forward about 45 degrees, halfway forward, peeking over at the kneecaps. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the knees and fold a bit. Go to wherever it feels good, a nice little back stretch. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands to your knees and fold again. Inhale, right arm out to the side or even up toward the ceiling. Look at your thumb and release. Left arm lifting and release. Now use your low belly, draw it in, power yourself up, touch your hands at the top, and then exhale, hands to your heart space. Good. From here, arms out and overhead, and then we'll just lean forward, take a breath, pull those elbows back, stretch your chest, hands to your knees, slide forward. Inhale up halfway, pull everything back, and then exhale, fold. This time, left arm to the side or up toward the ceiling. Spread your fingers and release. Right arm up. Good. And release. Inhale, arms out and overhead. Exhale, hands down through to your heart. One more like this, and then we'll add on. So arms overhead, hinge forward, use your tummy muscles, real strength for the back. Hands to your knees, stretch. Inhale, come up halfway and strengthen, squeeze. Exhale, take your bow. Right arm with those fingers spread, reaches toward the ceiling, and left arm reaches. Good. We release that. Inhale, come on up. Arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. So we learned this one yesterday, but not everybody was with us yesterday, so we're doing it again. So arms to a Y, a W, take it to a T, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then down to an L. Strengthening our shoulder blades. Good. Strengthening those muscles along the shoulder blades, the rhomboids. Strengthening what gets weak when we hunch forward. Y, W, T, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Keep them there. Good. L. 2 more just like that. Focus on your upper back muscles getting firm. those ones that get long and weak and stay locked that way and pull us into kyphosis. This is going to reverse that. Excellent job. Now take those arms up again. We'll find our cactus position. Inhale. Exhale, twist left. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist right. Good. And again, let's take this one I want you to do on your own. Y, W, T. Don't just take your arms out. Squeeze your shoulder blades if they get touch each other. Keep that and go to an L. Y, W, T, L. Two more. Y, W, T. Squeeze those shoulder blades. And L, really firming up in that back. It's the rear deltoid that gets very weak. Good. Now arms back overhead. Find your cactus, and we're going to tilt left. Good. Inhale, center. Lateral flexion to the right. Beautiful. All right. Release those arms, shoulder roll. 3, 2, and 1. Now from here, arms cross in the front. Inhale up. We're going to tap our hands right in front of our shins. Inhale up and release those arms. We'll do that again. Inhale, crisscross. Exhale, hinge forward. Tap your hands. Inhale, arms up, look up, and release. Now we're adding a knee lift. So here that left knee lifts. We're going to tap down, lift that knee again, arms overhead, and release. Good. And then right knee lifts. We tap down, we lift, and release. Good job. Now arms out here. We're going to bring them in front of us, and we're going to lean, lean, lean. So lean as much as you can. You're holding an imaginary ball here. The more you lean, the stronger you get. Lean as far forward as you can without tipping over, creating that strength in the back and the core, and then lift those heels. Good job. Lower the heels, take that ball up. Exhale the hands to the heart, shoulder roll. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to add on here. We're going to turn to our left. We'll tap to the side, come back through center, release, turn to the right. Lean over, tap, come back through center. Now this time we're going to pick up that left leg, turn left, tap, lift the left leg, release through center. Turn right, lift that right knee, tap, we'll lift the right knee, come back through center, arms out to the side, bring them out in front of you. Hold that imaginary beach ball and lean forward, really lean. Good job. Now heels down, toes up, and spread your toes as far as you can. Release. Take that arm, those arms up, legs out, scoot forward. Have that imaginary ball to your left toes, your right toes, and back up. Big torso circle, working that whole upper body. Good. One more. Good job. Now pause at the top and go the other way. Excellent. All the way up. 2 more times. And 1 more time. Excellent. Hands at the top, back to your heart space. And you're right here, and release. Good. How are we feeling? Got that heart rate going. That's a good thing. Now we want to work on strengthening our leg muscles. Legs of independence. Remember, one of my biggest goals for you is maintain your independence. So that means we must strengthen these quadricep muscles. Over time, they atrophy, and it's harder to get around. So we want to make sure we can get in and out of our chair, in and out of our car, in and out of a bathtub, off a curb, off the couch, all of these things, off the toilet, independently by ourselves. And that requires the top of our legs to be nice and strong. One of the things we do to strengthen is our blast offs. You may swing and lean forward, swing and lean forward. That will really give you some nice momentum. If you've mastered that and you want to challenge, you can crisscross your arms. If your knees bother you and it doesn't feel good to stand up, squeeze your gluteals. It's still going to firm and tone some of these lower body muscles that tend to atrophy because your glutes atrophy too, right? So if you're sitting, you're squeezing when we stand up. Make sure that we're all lined up. Leg alignment is very important. So ankles right under our knees. We're going to do 3 sets of 5, and you can choose to do all of them, do a set, break, and do a set. All right. Feel free to squeeze those glutes if you're not coming up. Here we go. Count down from 5. Nice. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. First round down. You can choose to sit out this round and squeeze, or up we come for 5. Keep squeezing if you're sitting. 4, 3, use those heels. 2, 1. Good job. Have a seat. Now what this does, it does strengthen around your knees. It's going to help your knees have more stability. So last set, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the last one, maybe everybody come up and say, blast off. Good job. Have a seat. Oh, seated mountain pose. Take a break. How are we feeling? Take any movement you like here. You might like some windshield wipers to stretch out those quadriceps. Just take a pause here. Stretches those muscles in front of the thigh. Good job. Any option you did, good for you, taking care of yourself today. Now, let's sit all the way back in the chair. Everybody, close your eyes, hands on your heart or hands on your lap. Reconnect to the breath. Feel that full sensation of your body. It's what I call vitality, right? It's the bigger breath, the heart, the lungs, the circulation, the breathing, even the sweat, right? It's all good stuff. It means we're working our bodies in a challenging way that's so healthy for us. All right, we are going to come up to standing now. So we'll use the back of our chair. If you need water, go ahead and have a sip of water. And we will use the tall part of our chair always for balance. Okay, good job. So you'll settle in with your chair in front of you. I'd like for us to get super tall here. So root through your feet, lengthen up through your spinal column, and take your right arm up, and then maybe the other arm up too. And then lift your ribs off your pelvis, lift through the crown of your head. Keep that tall spine. Release your hands to your chair. Let's stretch the back nice and long by walking back into our downward facing dog. From down dog, we'll come onto the right ball of the foot. So bend that right knee, lower that heel, straighten the leg, and then alternating, bending one knee and the other. That takes a little coordination, and it's super good for the ankles, the calves, and what we call the eyes of the knees, the backs of the knees. Keep walking the dog. Good. Now look at your thumbs, and we're going to walk ourselves all the way back up. Hold on to your chair, mountain position. Very good to do this one every day. Tippy toes, come on up. And if you can't, squeeze those shoulders, press your hips forward, look up at the ceiling. And then do the opposite. Lower the heels, lift your toes, and tuck your chin. Good job. One more time. Look up there. Really extend through the back. We do so much forward folding. Really arch your back. And then lift your toes and tuck your chin so we stretch there. Good. Just take your leg, give it a little shake. Shake the other leg. Nice job. And some marches here. Marches, great to stretch your back. Use your arms for balance. And when we move in the armpit and the hip crease, we are releasing the lymph for our immune system. So very healthy to take a march, gets your circulation flowing, heart rate up a little bit nicely. All right, now we're going to come into cat-cow. So we're not going to stand too close to our chair, but this one really stretches our back. So we have our feet parallel. hip width apart. And then inhale, take the back arch, but your heels stay on the floor. Lift your chin and then round that. Bend your knees, round the back, tuck your chin, stretching the upper back muscles. Inhale, arch it. Just like we do seated. Exhale, round, but it just feels a little different here. And a couple more. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And last time, inhale, arching, we strengthen those muscles in between the spine. They get so weak. And then we exhale and round. Good. And now we'll come to neutral. And let's take a little balance challenge. Right arm reaches out, left foot steps back. We got that. Now let's switch sides to where the left arm is in front and the right toes are back. Now we're going to add a little movement to this. So we're going to take that right palm in the left leg and we're going to bend and salute. And then inhale, straighten it. Use your glute and your hamstring. Lift that heel. Straighten. One more time. Bend it in. And then lengthen it out. Step back to mountain. And we'll do the other side. Left arm, right foot behind. We'll bend and salute. Good. So we're really getting strength along that backside body. We don't want to stretch our strength in the quadriceps and leave those hamstrings weak. Yeah, we need to do the both front and the back. Nice. Now let's release that and march. So we stretch that low back the opposite way of what we were just doing. Good. And then one I really like for hips and back is our hula hoop. So we just take that imaginary hula hoop around and those hip bones circling around in their sockets, get synovial fluid. That's so healthy for us. Very therapeutic. Go the other way. Good. Could already start to feel that low back. Start to release a little. Oh, excellent job, everybody. Let's come back to our chair. A little core series. So chair to your right side, standing in mountain, left arm is in cactus, right leg out to the side. Now you could have your chair more in front of you. I just want you to be able to see my body. You may use the chair or not. That's up to you. But we're crossing our left elbow toward our right knee without rounding our spine. Now you can tap your toe or hover it, but lengthen out here. Exhale, turn, crisscross. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, cross the midline. Use that core, belly in and out, guys. There we go, lengthen it out. Now here we're gonna hold, but keep breathing. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stretch out, lengthen. Good job, release that, and we'll take it to the other side. Great work. You can move around your chair anyway, but set it up so you've got something at your left hand, right arm here in cactus, left foot out to the side. We're going to not touch our knee and elbow. We're just turning toward each other. And then we're lengthening out long. We want to exhale, pull the navel in. Inhale, tap that foot or hover it. Exhale. See, it takes a lot of core strength to balance. Takes a lot of hip strength. That's why we work on that so much. Exhale. Inhale. That takes that strong quadricep here too, doesn't it? Now this last one's where we hold it. So crisscross, but keep breathing. Don't hold the breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then lengthen it out. Oh, super job. Kick that out again. Good work. All right, now we're going to move in a way that's going to be strengthening these outer hip muscles. These are our hip stabilizers. These muscles catch us. If we lose our balance, that's what gets firm and keeps us from falling. So we're looking at our chair with our hands on the back of the chair, feet in mountain position, right leg out to the side. Now move that slowly. And then I want you to bring that right heel into the left heel as if you're moving through muddy water. So inhale, it's the adductor and the abductor. If you slowly bring that right heel to the left, you'll get the inner thigh moving as well. That's part of your core. Good. They're part of our balancing muscles. Nice. Now this time we're going to take that right leg out, toes and knees face forward, and the right arm's going to extend from the chair. Maybe left hand hovers or it taps. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Other side. So we're going to take that left leg. Well, before we do, let's ski it out. Let's stretch that out. This little motion, so good for the hips. Okay, and now let's take it to the left. So hang on to your chair, toes and knees forward, lift that left leg as high as you comfortably can, and then squeeze. We're taking this slowly on purpose because we're trying to strengthen those balancing muscles. And anytime you're moving slowly, there's resistance and you're building muscle fibers. It's really going to help your balance. Go slow. Now hold that left leg out and extend your left arm out too. Maybe tap here. 1 finger challenge or hover. 3, 2, 1. And then move those hips side to side. Yeah, stretch that out. Oh, you got it. And a little more hula hooping around. So just take your hands, wide stance, hula hoop. Good job. Lubricate those hips. Go the other way. There you go. All right, our warrior poses, we're going to use our chair. So we'll stand facing our chair. The right foot stays at the leg of the chair. The left foot steps back at a little 45-degree angle. Now look down. And the most important thing with this leg placement is you see your right big toe and your right knee tracks your second and third toe. Left arm comes out to cactus and then maybe the right arm. And that's such a back strengthener. Pull those elbows back to stretch your chest. Arms to airplane wings. Turn your palms up and down and up and down. And then turn them up and bring them out in front of you and lean forward into that right leg. So keep a tall spine. Oh, just distracting ourselves while we strengthen that front leg. Now come back up with your arms overhead. You're holding warrior for a leg strength. Good job, guys. Hands to the chair. Just give it a good shake out. And we'll do that to the other side. So left foot steps forward, right foot back, right arm to the cactus, left arm to cactus. Pull those elbows back. Arms to airplane, palms up and down. Good job. Arms out in front of us and little lean forward. Press the pinky edge of that right foot. Pull that imaginary ball out there. Hovering in space. Good. And then hands to the chair. Come on up and shake it. Good work. Now, we're going to take a different kind of balance. You will either cross your right ankle over the left or your right ankle over the thigh, just like we do seated pigeon pose. And then feel free to take a little gentle seat in your chair, stretches the hip. If it's bothersome for the knees, just don't bend quite so low. Maybe take your hands off the chair. 3, 2, 1. Other side, either ankle in front of ankle or ankle on the thigh. And then you can sit just a tiny little bit into your stool, tap your chair, hover. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Come on up. Shake out those legs. Let's have a seat back in mountain position. You got it. All right. Let's grab our strap. Hamstring stretches. Strap is going over the right ball of the foot. Okay. So getting that all set up here. We're going to keep this right leg pretty straight. And then you decide how high it comes up. It doesn't have to come high. We just want to press our heel away from us, pull our toes back. And then that left ankle is right underneath its knee. Roll your shoulders back. Good. All right. Now from here, I want you to feel a little tug, a little pull right at the hamstring, in the calf. And maybe a little gentle sensation behind the knee, but nothing painful there. Good. And then we'll take the straps into our right hand. We'll open that right leg. Left arm pulls back, looking over the left shoulder now. So look how long and stretched out you are here. Good. And then we'll come back through center. Left hand takes the strap. We're going to crisscross the body. Pull that right arm back. Breathe deeply. Sit tall and push the heel away. Sit up really tall here. If you don't feel that stretch, just press the heel a little bit more, but I'm thinking everybody's feeling this one, right? Good. Now, you can place your right ankle down at the left or up here at your thigh, same as when we were standing. Just place your strap around the lap. You could stay here with your hands on your shin and get enough of a stretch. If you're not quite feeling that outer hip stretching, pull your chest forward, shoulders back. Woo, there's that outer hip, the gluteals, the piriformis. Lean a little bit and then hold for about 5 cycles of breath. Give it time to release. Just look down at the floor. Make sure you're not tucking your chin or grimacing. We just want to get deep into that hip joint without causing pain because that sciatica nerve runs through there. When we open up space, we're not impinging on that. We don't get that pain going down our leg. We want extra space, so long exhales. That's very important, that breath cycle. Good. Nice. Now let's come on up. We're going to release and take our soccer kick. So we'll go with that right leg. 3, 2, and 1. Good work. And let's set this up on the other side. So we'll place this on the left toe ball mound. And the goal is to have a straight leg, not so much a high lift of the leg. Flex that foot. The right foot's real grounded there. So plant the foot down. That's going to hold us up. Really reach through the left heel. If we want more, heel away, toes draw back, and lift your leg a little higher. Good. You don't have to lift your leg too much, just until you feel the calf, the Achilles into your hamstrings. Breathe deeply here. So that right leg feels really sturdy. It's going to support us as we take the left hand, pull that left leg open and right arm back. Take a little peek, but sit tall as you open up. Turn your head to the right. It's a big, long stretch for our body. Nicely done. We'll come back through center and take it to the other side. Good. We don't want to round our back here. So crown of the head's up. Crisscross that outer hamstring. We're going to stretch it. Press the heel away. Look over your shoulder. Feel that front of your left chest stretch. Good work. And then setting up ankle to ankle or ankle to thigh. Now, sitting up tall, shoulders down. This might be enough for you. If we want more, we lean forward. Not tucking our chin though. Keep it ahead. Extension of your spine. Shoulders back. No rounding. Feel free to close your eyes so you can just simply tune into the sensations you're feeling in that outer hip. You might label it. Where are you feeling that? Low back. In addition to the outer hip, maybe your inner left thigh muscle. Just noticing where you're feeling it and breathe there. The exhales are the magic of yoga. They help us let go even further, stretch even more deeply. Good work. Let's sit on up, arms to cactus, and we'll kick that out, guys. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do Charleston for hips and legs. So feet out wide, and we'll take our knees in and out, and we'll add a little bit of coordination. So palms flip up and down, and then roll from your big toe to your little toe. Really roll on those feet. That's the movement of the hips there. When the knees touch, we're just crisscrossing those arms. Now maybe pick it up a little bit. Can we pick up that tempo? So we're adding a little speed to it, a little bit of coordination, that mind, brain, body connection. A few more faster. How fast can you go? 3, 2, 1. Now let's do the opposite. Let's glue those knees together. Open the knees, big toes up, and then pinky toes up. And same thing, it's just feet are a little closer. When the knees touch, the hands crisscross, roll on the toe ball mound there, and alternate which hand comes on top. Good. It's got all kinds of brain work. Open and close, maybe a little quicker. Move through that. Nice. And go 3, 2, 1. Now let's go all the way back in the chair. Just shake out those arms and those legs. Good. Just give it a good shake. Like one of those little roly-polies on the ground, those bugs that get on their backs and they shake their legs. Good. Woo. 3, 2, and 1. Take a seat in your chair. Big breath. Roll the shoulders up and around. 2, and 1. One more stretch before we go. Let's bring that knee in. I like to finish up practice this way. It just gets that length of our spine. Really tuck the chin, tuck the tail. Reach up tall and then grab that other knee to nose. See how close we can get to touching that knee to the nose. You got it. Now this time arms out and let's take a little twist over the left. Good. And back through center. Let's twist to the right. Very well done. Our right arm up. Let's lean one side. Get all of our stretches out, right? All of our reaches. And the one we haven't done is across at that diagonal. Oh, good. Doesn't that all that feel good? Excellent work. Let's sit tall, hands in your lap, breathe. Notice how you feel head to toe. Do you feel a little warmer, a little taller? Maybe you feel a little more youthful, huh? I hope you feel amazing and that you come back again next week. Let's take our arms up and overhead. Stay with it. The more we move, and we feel better doing it. Take care of yourselves. Be well. Enjoy your weekend. And I'll see you again on Monday, guys. Thanks so much for joining. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Mandy. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Take care.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.